Hello, and welcome back to our playthrough of Aeon Trespass Odyssey. I'm Emerging Boat. We are on day 30 of Cycle 3, and we just got our butts handed to us by the Hypertime Oracle at level 2. Some bad luck, some suboptimal play by me. I also realized that while I was cleaning up that fight, I think I accidentally was playing with an extra charge of the Pursuer Order. In that last fight, I don't think I drew a trauma that gave me an extra charge. I think I had that extra charge from a previous fight, the timeline battle that I did with the Oracle before. So that was my mistake. I accidentally had an extra charge of that, but oh well, what are you going to do about it? We lost anyway. We had to retreat. So clearly I'm not even good enough to win by cheating. Before we jump into the story for today, which, by the way, I think we're going to be getting into a battle with the Sun Descendant because of our doom. So this may be a little bit of a longer video. But before we do that, I wanted to do a quick recap of Cycle 3 so far. So let's start by turning off this light. Yeah, that looks like the light that I like to turn off now. And I'm going to shift over this map of the past a little bit more so we can have that in view. I have some of it I had to remove just so I could fit it on the table, but yeah, so Cycle 3. Really, we need to go back to Cycle 2 to kind of talk about how we got into this cycle. But during Cycle 2, we were chasing down the Nietzschean and fighting him. Throughout that story, we learned that he had a number of ties to this land of Delphi, the most notable one being that he had this artifact in his Temple of Man, this castle, that allowed him to teleport the castle on a whim. We got some information that most likely that artifact came from the land of Delphi. It was actually supposed to be this artifact that came from Helios's chariot. It was called the Heart of the Sun. And in Delphi, Helios is the main god that was worshipped. After we defeated the Nietzschean in Cycle 2, but before he died, he was killed with an arrow, but before that final shot came in and killed him, actually, no, it was after he got shot by the arrow, and like as he was with his like dying breath, he told us something along the lines of, after you get to Delphi, you have to kill him for me, something along those lines. So we don't know who he is, but we know that when the Nietzschean came to Delphi to do something, he failed to do whatever he wanted to do here. Like there was some failure that he had here, but we don't really know much about what he was trying to do and what he failed to do. So maybe did he mean for us to kill Icarus? I'm not sure, but we'll jump into now Cycle 3, where we come into Delphi and we see that there are just a number of abnormalities in terms of how time works here. The most notable of which being the time front that completely wiped out the fleet of ships that was escorting the Argo into the land of Delphi. That was the fleet of Simici, Helot, and Cyclope ships that were coming with us to help basically escort us into our mission here. And this time front, this wall of just void time, this wall of nothingness comes and just wipes out all of those ships. We even saw what seemed to be an exact copy, or like the Argo itself, wrecked and covered in ice. And we went in to investigate it, and sure enough, it seemed as close to the Argo as you could possibly imagine. And on top of that, we've been stuck in these time loops of our own, where basically every like 6 days in game, we loop back to a specific point in time. Mechanically, it's only really affecting our actual location. We have a bit of a band-aid solution to this problem with Ariadne's Anchor, where we're using the technology that we derived from Temenos and even used in Cycle 2 to lock down the Temple of Man to a single location. we're using this technology to be able to help us place like anchor points that when we experience this time loop, we can at least loop back to a specific area and avoid like losing too much progress. Our only real source so far of gathering information from this whole ordeal in Delphi has been Icarus himself, who flashed onto our ship when we first arrived in Delphi and gave us some information, implying that he had met us before. He's not sure, like, based on all these cycles and thousands or numerous attempts that we have had to try to stop the eschaton, he's lost track of like if this is a timeline where he's met us already or not. But he talks about, well, he doesn't really talk too much about it because we lose him. He like flashes out of existence before he gives us all the information. But he tells us that in order for us to try to stop the eschaton, we need to start by lighting something, like finding all these these inventions of his father, Daedalus, meaning Icarus is Daedalus' son, that we need to find these lighthouses and light them. Eventually, after we light one of the lighthouses, we do some more exploring in that lighthouse, and we find this woman, this Sun Air priestess. Sun Airs are these people who worship Helios, kind of like a leftover sect of people who, from the time before the eschaton, they have just continued to, even though the gods are dead, these Sun Airs have to like proceeded with their worship of Helios, the sun, the god of the sun. And she gives us a view into what she refers to as the heart of the paradox, the site of its eternal rebirth. And what we see is this projectile just racing through the sky, crashing to the ground. And this Sun Air priestess, the Pythoness, refers to it as a gift from the heavens to keep us humble. The priestess takes off towards the site of this crash. We follow her, and what we find is Icarus himself, who is trying to escape the wreckage. So we go over and we help pull him out of the wreckage of this crashed vessel. And he tells us that he and his crew were trying to break through into the dominion of the sun. He talks about how the Hyperboreans of old, these old giants who used to live in these lands, tried to do the same thing, but when they did it, they failed. And Icarus thought that he and his crew could do what they could not, and he wanted to do it to impress his father, Daedalus, who never seemed to be impressed by anything that Icarus did and considered his son to be a failure. And in this voyage to the sun's domain, Icarus did fail, and he and his crew and all those aboard the ship of the Aspirant, which was the name of his vessel, crashed and perished. Well, not everybody died, but as we're talking to Icarus, the priestess woman, the Pythoness, comes out. I guess we beat her to Icarus, but she comes out and she's just immediately like criticizing and chastising Icarus for being stupid and how dare he try to go to the domain of the gods, that he is rightfully being punished for committing such a sin. Meanwhile, nearby there's this like pulsing black tendrily sun that we intuit to be the origin point of the time front. And the priestess walks over and tries to touch it, and rather than us trying to go over and save her, we decide to stay back and protect Icarus. And so this Pythoness touches that orb and just disappears from our reality, our time period. Who knows? We continue our brief conversation with Daedalus, and we determine that we, the Argonauts, are not in this same time lock that Delphi is in. We are trespassing in a way where those in Delphi are stuck in this loop, in this cycle of reoccurring disaster, essentially, But the Argonauts are not necessarily a part of that. The Argonauts can actually impose change on this. Icarus is doomed in this loop of constantly failing to reach the domain of the sun. But maybe that there's something that the Argonauts can do to help change the course of history and break the cycle. And potentially by doing this, maybe we completely avert the eschaton as a whole. But after this, Icarus disappears, lost in time and space, I guess. And we are left with a new course of action where we need to travel into the past and try to change history. Do things that will help Icarus be able to succeed at his mission. Before we could set off to start that mission, we ended up having to fight this Primordial that we're just referring to as the Sun Descendant, which is this massive tentacle-y creature that I think we're going to have to be facing soon because of the Doom card. But we, after we defeated him, we continued our journey traveling from the present, which is this map over here representing the present day, the same time period where we had gone and done the adventures of Cycle 1 and Cycle 2, back into this past where we are in pre-eschaton times. The years are not really clear, but I believe this is supposed to be like just before the eschaton. And we have a few objectives that we need to try to complete within one time loop so that we can try to change the past. So that's where we're at. We've done some kind of side adventures along the way. That's the main story so far. Yeah, I think those are the kind of the main events that we need to cover. I'm sure there's things that I missed. Let me go ahead and push this off to the side. But something notable is that we do have a map of the past, which we didn't really have a lot of information to be able to interpret it, but I think now we do. Put this in a spot where we don't have much glare. So let's do a quick close-up of the map here. So you can see we only have 4 map tiles so far of the past. But I'm going to jump over to this macro view now. Hopefully that's big enough that you can at least kind of see. But I think this is the orientation of the map, and where we are at right now is here, where this kind of trifecta of little tributaries, rivers come into a single point here. The main thing, like I think these white areas represent the waterways, and then kind of the main little point of reference that I was looking at, which makes me really think that this is the right orientation, is this tiny little island up here, which shows to be split across kind of 2 tiles according to this map. And I think that corresponds to this little island up here, which corresponds to, or which has split across 2 map tiles there. So we'll see. Maybe that's wrong. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's at least what I can see right now. Fix these. Also go and turn our light back on here. And let's continue with our adventure. Let's go to this one. So on day 30, we still have to do a combat research and a structural research. We already did the combat encounter. That's where we just had to retreat from the Hypertime Oracle. And then we actually have a retirement coming for A Night to Remember for Odys 0. So we will have that to resolve during our story step. And then we do have to resolve our Doom card. I'll just make a note of that, I guess. Doom card 1A. No, 1B. All right, so for combat research, I already took a look at these. And if we go to technology, I think what I'm going to do, go to projects, I'm going to take the Chronosphere warning system because that is a really good card. And actually, I didn't really look at Black Ice. Oh, it's because I needed to get chronosphere warning system. Yeah, I will probably need that and probably use that in Sun Descendant fights. It's really good to just get that extra movement. It's like the slight upgrade to Pursuer Order. And I would like to get Helios Fanatics light weapons at some point because these weapons are all really good, but I don't think I have enough resources to be able to craft any of these things yet. So in due time, we will get these. These are all awesome weapons. But for our structural technology, I'm going to take, which one did I want to take? The Delphian Diplomatic Relations. This is the city negotiation that would allow us to be able to gain diplomacy with some of the factions, with the local faction. I wish I would have had this a little bit earlier because I've had a number of city tiles that I've passed through and just haven't used any kind of negotiation on them. So hopefully this will give me something valuable to do on those tiles from this point forward. Let's see, how much Argo Fate do I have right now? 2, okay. I think both my Cycle 1 and Cycle 2 breeding technologies are still in use right now because, yeah, okay, our Firestarter is going to be ready on 34. Our Maze Runner is going to be ready on 37. So we can't do a breeding for our, what do we lose? Our Abyss Watcher and our Logic Breaker. And unfortunately, I think that breeding technology is the only way that we can get those Titans right now because they don't, we don't have ways to get them from cores. Oh, and you know what we can do for an Argo Fate? We can rebuild our Scout Hemiolia. Let's see, create a Scout Hemiolia. If the Hemiolia token is discarded, lose 5 Trireme or 2 War Trireme resources and gain 1 Argo Fate to add the Vanguard Hemiolia event to the timeline 4 days from now. Let's do that. We need to go to Cargo, Cycle 2, lose 2 War Trireme, gain an Argo Fate, put this back at Cycle 3, gain an Argo Fate, and add the Vanguard Hemiolia event to the timeline 4 days from now, so day 34. Okay. Let me take a look at our Titan Stoa as well to see if there's any, do I want to create any Titans with cores? Let's see, for Cycle 1 I'm missing Maze Runner and Earthshaker, but Maze Runner is being created from the breeding right now, or no, I'm sorry, Maze Runner and Logic Breaker. I can't use a Logic Breaker, create a Logic Breaker from a core, so nothing for Cycle 1. Cycle 2, we are missing Abyss Watcher. We have our Fire Starters being created. We can't create, well, we have nothing from Cycle 2 right now, basically. How many cores do we have from things in Cycle 2? We still have a Cyclonus core. Actually, real quick, I want to do a quick tally on total number of cores that we have. Let me go to Cycle 1. We have 1 of each. Okay, so it's 4 total. Cycle 2, we have 5 plus 3 is 8. No other cores. Okay, now Cycle 3. 9, 10, 11. That's fewer cores than I thought, because I hadn't really been using a lot of them to create Titans. Okay, so we're gonna have to do, okay, I am not going to, I'm not going to use a Cyclonus core. I think I'm going to save the cores. I feel like I'll need those cores for other things. I can't remember exactly what I would use them for in later cycles, if not just creating the Titans. But I'm going to save it. I also think I need to draw, yeah, I should have drawn another clue card here after I got 1 progress token on Story 2A. Do that really quickly. Provide a Titan. When you are on tile 48 during the story step, lose 1 Titan to provide the aspirant with a tamed Titan marked M7. Some of the aspirant's larger machina need a Colossus to operate them. Icarus used a Gaia-born Titan he captured and tamed himself, but perhaps one of your Titans might be better suited to the task. Take that and put that with our other ones. And then I think we're ready to move on with the day. We'll start with M030. So what we're going to, Nemos Breakthrough. This is a C1 Nemos.
The truth. You can almost grasp it now. You're still sitting on top of the old academy building, Alethea beside you. A torrent of emotions passes over you. You don't know what to think. You want to answer her at least, tell her her father's name, but you don't remember it. You remember him, vaguely. A burly man who seldom smiled. But a name? My father was a warrior, she repeats. He followed King Aegeus to Sparta. He died at Sparta. No one will sing songs for him. No one will know of him. His story ended there. He left my mother, my sister, and me to fend for ourselves.
Now she looks deep into your eyes.
If he was a baker, a potter, a healer, a worker, he would still be alive, celebrating with the rest of Athens.
This is the grievous sadness she carries with her, you realize. This celebration, for her it's like a funeral elegy, a grim reminder of the cruelty of the world. All your previous thoughts of glory dissipate as you imagine her father, his face obscured.
Promise me, she whispers. Promise me you won't become a warrior, that you will stay with me and lead a good life. Promise me on my father's name, Noxus.
I promise. You hear yourself vow, and you mean it. All that talk about becoming a warrior, it was what you thought people like Alethea wanted of you, to become worthy. But you are worthy. We all are. You kiss. You have thought about it many times, but it's nothing like you imagined. It's sweet and soft and wet. And there's this heat rising inside you. Your head suddenly becomes so light. You spend that night together, perched on the rooftop of the old academy. You will never forget it.
Two options. Option 1. You made a promise to Alethea. You know not where she is now, or if she survived the eschaton, if you've stayed together, or if the fickle fates have split you apart. But it does matter. The promise. You meant it. You cannot fight it any longer. You renounce violence and leave the Argo to be at peace. Mark J11, gain 1 Argo Fate and retire your Argonaut, then activate a new Argonaut. A lifetime ago, you made a promise to, or option 2. A lifetime ago, you made a promise to Alethea, one you cannot keep. Fighting is all you know, and you feel lesser for it, but it doesn't make it any less true. You will fight until you die and no one remembers your name. You will stay on the Argo and fight until death claims you. Gain 1 Doom. Normally, I'd be all about retiring the Argonaut, but A Night to Remember is such a good Nemos. What abilities am I going to miss out on from A Fall from Eden without being able to gain Nemos nodes? Ooh, it's a shame I won't be able to get Second Chance from level 2. Let me make sure I didn't accidentally unlock it and just never mark it as unlocked. No, I only had 1 Nemos node there. That would be a shame. But with A Night to Remember, if I do option 2, like I can theoretically just keep doing that option and keep it in the game. am definitely going to be, like, it's going to result in me killing off more Argonauts than I did in my first playthrough. We've already lost 3. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a Doom. Let me wait until I get the next Doom card out. So I'm gonna put a generic token on that Doom card to remind me that I get an extra Doom. And then you cannot gain Nemos nodes when the next Argonaut dies. You die in their stead. Okay. So let me put that back. Odys 0, you are sticking around. I'm not letting you leave. I also need to make better use of the level 3 ability on A Night to Remember, because that level 3 ability is awesome, and I have really underused it. That ends the story step. We will move on to the Doom step, where we need to go to, what paragraph is that? 49. Main story, 49.
Blood pounds in your veins as you scale the mountain slopes, ice and snow making your journey a challenging one. You glance upward to see the silhouette of an ancient structure, a ring of columns encircling the edifice that squats upon a flat plateau far above the land. It's the highest point for some leagues around, ideal for observing the skies. Behind you, the Argo sits at anchor underneath a towering hoarfrost cliff, the bleeding edge of a glacier that spills black-veined whelps of ice into the open seas. The structure is becoming clearer now, its looming shape growing larger with each step you take. Tall columns encircle it, taller even than your titans. Only a race of giants could have raised such an edifice. The same colossi who once dominated these lands, the Hyperboreans. You feel your pulse begin to race as more and more details of the immense building come into view. A sculpture of an enormous bird of prey, some kind of fearsome eagle, raises its head up into the heavens, eyes fixed on the stars. Its wings spread out on either side of it, curving around the structure for at least 100 paces on either side. Each feather has been individually detailed, and within that plumage gleams hundreds of glimmering lenses, orbs that catch and twist the light in dazzling patterns, bending it, focusing it. Behind the immense statue, the sun is rising, its rays caught by the eye-like orbs in the feathers and narrowed into brilliant, blinding beams.
If N8 is marked, C50, otherwise C51. N8 is not marked.
As you approach the Hyperborean structure, the pristine snow around you shifts, dark shapes emerging from beneath the deep drifts. Before your hands have even found the hilts of your weapons, you are surrounded, several brave attackers even leveling long spears at the guts of your titans. Oddly, the ambushers do not attack you immediately. Instead, one of their number emerges from their ranks, a woman of imposing proportions. Her frame is broad, her muscles bulging. Eyes a dull green color look to you coldly.
I am Kefisa of the Twilight Watch,
she declares before raising a hand to stall your response.
We already know who you are, Argonauts. State your business here.
We seek to undo the curse of Delphi, and perhaps the eschaton itself. So, we seek knowledge. She snorts.
You will find no knowledge here, only madness and fanaticism. Come, see what insanity has consumed the remnants of the past.
She gestures for you to follow her up the slope until, finally, you reach a low ridge, close to the edge of the ring of columns. From there, you can see down into an immense courtyard before the sculpture of the eagle. A crowd has gathered there, forming a ring around a massive bronze sphere, panes of glass set within its sides. Beams of light from the lenses, set into the eagle's feathers, shine on it, and the sphere shimmers from the sheer fury of the heat. Cylinders emerge from its base and plunge down beneath the stone of the courtyard. Water pipes, you surmise. Perhaps this was some kind of steam engine, a machina designed to power others with the sun's warmth. A cadre of figures emerge from the crowd, bearing the distinctive robes of sun-air priests. They walk forward and lift a hatch on the top of this sphere.
Lord Helios Apollonis, bless us all,
one of them barks.
Woe to those who profane his name and those who defy the fate he has determined for mortals. The grey giant who built this altar dared to soar to the sun's domain, and so they were cast down. The Typhon picked their bones clean, and the sun now bleaches them.
At these last two words, the crowd begins cheering, a bloodthirsty chant. You feel a chill as you see how easily the priest has stirred them up.
Thy Typhon is gone, and our god has departed, but there are still blasphemers and non-believers among us, and it falls to us to administer the holy judgment.
The crowd has risen into a frenzy, many of them baying for blood. Even so, you catch sight of a few doubtful expressions among the mob, people reluctant to be there. Not all have come to witness this spectacle by choice. 3 chained figures are brought out and led to the bronze sphere. You break into a run, but it happens in an instant. The captives are lifted up and cast into the engine. The screams are inhuman, but mercilessly short.
They have more captives. Innocent people, my people,
says Kefissa.
The gods always demand blood.
Rarely are your minds not troubled by doubt. This is one of those moments. You grab your weapons and look to each other with a single, unified gaze, a nod of agreement.
Each Argonaut tests courage or fury of 8 or higher. You may gain up to 3 fate to add up to +3. Fail, we gain 2 danger. Okay, so courage or fury of 8 or higher. Let's see. The Oculus has +3 to fury. Let me show this. Okay, so the worst off is Destan, who has only +1 to fury. Let's start off with Leocules. So he needs to get a 5 or higher. Yeah, well, I will not gain any, excuse me. I'm not going to gain any fate for this, so I need to reroll 2. Oh geez, okay. I will reroll 6. All right, success. Let's do Cersei next. Let's gain a fate, so she ends up having +3 total. So she also needs a 5 or higher. That's an 8. That's a success. Now let's do Odys 0, who we will gain a fate with. Also need 5 or higher. It's a 4. I'll gain another fate to re-roll. 7. All right, awesome. That's a success. Let's I do get a benefit from. All right, let's gain a fate here. So we need 6 or higher. It's a 5. I guess I'll re-roll. It's a 5 again. All right, so we got 3 successes. Oh, you also gain 2 danger. 3 successes. We will see paragraph 53.
You manage to close most of the distance before the Sun Heirs begin to realize what is happening. They are too slow to react, too disorganized, and you are coming off the slope with impetus and furor. Clashing metal and pained cries fill the air as you press deeper and deeper into the crowd, fending off wild-eyed fanatics and driving them further and further backward. At last, you break through to the cauldron-like device, forming a protective ring around it to keep any more victims from being hurled into the sun's fury. Your Twilight Watch allies press on until they reach the prisoners and release them. You feel a swell of confidence at the victory. You have triumphed, regardless of the odds, and in spite of the many wounds you now carry.
Party leader gains the Roused condition card, and each Argonaut gains 1 danger. Let's give everybody a danger. Who do I want to give the Roused condition card to? Who do I want to make the party leader? I think in the next fight I'll have Destan take Returner, which means that he would be guaranteed to survive an oboe if he has to draw 1. I'm not the biggest fan of returners. I mean, the motivate on returners thing is nice, but I'm gonna give it to Destan. So Destan is our party leader. At least that way, returner will have +1 rage to use some better abilities from the Kratos table.
Silence falls over the courtyard as the fighting comes to an end. You survey the faces visible in the cowering crowd of Sun Heir adherents, bloodied, frightened, confused. You feel a swell of pity for them. They have been led down this path by fearsome and charismatic leaders preying on their ignorance, fears, and dreams. Kefissa steps forward, a blood-stained blade clutched in her grasp. She snarls, making ready to charge at the remaining Sun Heirs.
Two options. Option 1. These people have had their minds poisoned for so long by the priests, you cannot say for sure that they can listen to reason. Better to chase them away from this place, make sure they will never resume this barbarous practice. Option 2. The followers of Helios are as much victims of those as these blasphemers that were sacrificed to the sun. If approached with logic and reason, perhaps they can see a new light. You need to try, if not for them, then for yourselves. Your Twilight Watch comrades, however, may not see things in such a nuanced light. I don't think either of these is a great outcome. I do kind of see where 2 is coming from, but I think we can go with option 1. Mainly because I want to get more Twilight Watch diplomacy, and I think I'm at the point where I just need to tank my Sun Heir diplomacy for a while. I'm going to have to go to war with them, and then later on we'll try to recover that. So let's go with option 1. Gain a diplomacy with the Twilight Watch. Paragraph 56.
You step up next to Kefissa and her kin, holding your weapons at the ready. The remaining Sun Heirs look to your grim features, spattered with the blood of their allies, and then to the equally cold expressions of the Twilight Watch warriors. They stand firm for a moment longer, and then their nerve finally breaks, and they flee out of the circle of columns with frenzied, fear-fueled speed. The Twilight Watch follow them a little way, eager to catch a few more. But you and your comrades choose to remain in the courtyard, an uneasy feeling settling in your gut. These people, these followers of the sun, they will remember what you did here. Aggression births only further aggression, and these cultists need only find another charismatic leader to follow before they slip back into these old ways. They may no longer have the machina of the Hyperborean ruins, but there will still be those who face the kiss of the sun.
Gain 1 Doom. Gain a Doom. That means I'd be starting off the next Doom card with 2 Doom. Let's see if we can avoid this. Let's gain an Argo Fate to try to roll out of this. So we need an 8 or higher. 3. Nope. So let's go to 2A on this. We're starting off with 2 Doom. Remove that generic token I had put on here before. Then Sun Air's Diplomacy -2. And Mark 03. No. Choice Matrix 03. Paste the Sun Airs out of the Hyperborean. How do you spell it? It's Hyper. Okay.
A low scraping noise accompanied by a strange sizzling hiss makes you turn around. A man drags himself up on top of the bronze sphere, heedless of the way his skin blisters and splits from the severe heat of the metal. He stands upright, smoke rising from the soles of his bare feet as the flesh blackens and chars. The ornate robes are unmistakable, although his face is a bloodied mess.
Blasphemers,
The priest seethes.
you poison them with false words to rot their souls. I will not allow it.
He gazes upward, his whole body in seizures.
Still, in his absence, the light shines forth from the sun's domain. I have seen his incandescent dead seed blooming. The primordials, like the Typhon before, will be our salvation from sin. Rupture me.
He screams painfully.
Rupture me.
His burning feet finally give way, and he plummets into the white-hot furnace without a sound. There is silence for a long, numb second. His fanaticism was. Then a sound somewhere between a thunderclap and the ending of the world, and the machina tears itself apart. Fragments of scalding hot bronze fill the air like a hailstorm, peppering you with burning debris. A miniature black sun now hangs in its place, pulsing with a blinding white light, swelling like a bee sting. The air is perfectly still for a moment. Then there is a rush of pressure and tendrils of blackness seep from within, twisting and reaching like roots, hungrily. A tentacle, as thick around as a titan is tall, oozes from the sun. Followed by another and another, they spear upward and outwards and wrap themselves around the Hyperborean eagle statue. A terrible bulk of a massive, undulating body writhes its way through, while with a terrible cracking sound, the ancient masonry shatters under the immense strain. Gargantuan, monstrous, indescribable, the towering mass of bone and flesh rises into the air. A new peak to the mountain you now stand upon.
Go to the Endure the Sun battle on page 132. After that, archive the Cycle 1B Doom card. Oh my gosh, I can't even read. Archive the Vicious Cycle 1B Doom card, then read side 2A of the Eschaton Dilemma Doom card. Then return to the Voyage phase. Okay, so we do have to do a battle against our old pal, the Sun Descendant. I'm going to take a break and then come back and set that up, and we will do that in this video. All right, I'm back. I pulled out all the stops here. I'm going aggressive on this in this battle. I'm hoping that by being aggressive enough, we can deal enough wounds before we lose any Titans. My general strategy in terms of the first round is going to be I'm going to have everybody except the returner be able to get behind an iceberg for the Merciless Sun. So Game Changer will go here, the Truth Bearer will go here, and the Shadow Dancer will go here. Returner will get hit by Merciless Sun, most likely have to draw an Obol. Then Titan with the highest fate, which at that point I think will have to be Returner, will get rewound. So she will get rewinded to this space, which is also behind an iceberg. And that should hopefully set us up well for the AI card and or the signature that follows the AI card. And then hopefully we'll only have to survive 2 Primordial rounds. Maybe we'll have to survive 3, because for this second fight against the Sun Descendant, we have to technically survive 8 rounds with each wound decrementing that by 1. So if we want to get away with 2 rounds, we're going to have to get 6 wounds in, which, you know, means that we can't really miss a whole lot. Let me jump over to this view and we'll just go through each of our Titan loadouts. I think I've got all the start of battle effects covered as well. I think I got all my Ambrosia tokens. Although technically I should have rolled for the one. I did not roll for the one for Leocules. 1, all right, yeah, so he does get the Ambrosia token. With that, let's start the battle. Go over to our macro view and draw our minor, our major, our grave, and our obol traumas, and see what things we need to remove for extinguish possibilities. Moirai Edict goes on top of the minor trauma deck. Major trauma is Giant Gash. That goes on top of the major trauma deck. Grave trauma is Sea Pattern. That will get removed. And our obol is the You Died, so that will stay on top of the You Died obol, or just on top of the obol deck. Then we will perform Merciless Sun. This is only going to end up hitting, who did I say? Returner. We'll just go to Returner screen, but in the window of opportunity before the Sun move, actually let's do this for now. We are going to gain a fate with Truth Bearer to go 1, 2, 3. Then Shadow Dancer will, let's gain a fate with her. Oh wait, no, sorry. Not gain a fate with her. She needs to use Chronosphere Warning System. To go back 3, 1, 2, 3. Then Game Changer will gain a fate. And sneak on over to the west over here behind that iceberg, and that leaves just Returner in an unshaded space. I'm going to fix this camera really quickly. All right, that's fine. So we're going to have 3 hits that we need to evade. We need a 10 or higher. Surprise, surprise, no evades. I will get a free reroll. The 6, still no evade, so it's going to be 3 hits. So each hit's going to deal 3 danger and 1 fate. So we're going to take 3 fate, to 5 fate, and then roll this to try to reduce the danger. Reduce it by 1. Unfortunately, that's still going to be, what, 8 danger, which will put us at an obol draw. And let's do, when you're about to draw an obol, you may choose to draw a You Live or You Died obol. So I will choose to draw the You Live obol. Boom. You'll gain a rage. Then we'll shuffle these obols. And give that a roll. 4. All right, so we're not going to switch it. Let's just keep these off to the side over here. Then, because we survived the obol, we're going to use Left for Dead and lose up to 3 danger and up to 2 fate. So we'll definitely lose the full 2 fate, go down to 3 fate. And then in terms of danger, I think I want to just lose 2 danger. So I'm at 7 because I get a few abilities that unlock at 7 danger. Then we'll go to the after final attack, and we will glaciate the time anchor of the Titan with the lowest fate, which is going to be Shadow Dancer. Grab a little glacier over here, put it under that time anchor. And then rewind the Titan with the highest fate, which is going to be a tie between Game Changer and Game Changer and Returner. So we'll use it on Returner, and Returner is going to get rewound there. All right, sweet. Well, that part at least went as expected. Now I have no idea how the rest of this stuff is going to go. But we should at least be prepared for... Oh, whoops, I didn't even move the Sun Descendant yet. But we should at least be prepared for laser attacks now that everybody is behind some glaciers. Then we'll draw AI card. We just need 1, please. Deny the Supplicant. Target is Titan on the highest occupied VP. There is nobody on the VP, so target is Zone 1. Ooh, this is great. Nobody in Zone 1. Is there anything bad going to happen after that? We don't care about ignoring the window of opportunity. That's fine. We skip the judgment because it is targeting the zone, so it's not going to trigger the routine. And then after attack, place your time anchor adjacent to the Sun Descendant. Well, nobody got targeted, so that doesn't apply. So that is just probably the best AI card we can draw on turn 1. Did I miss anything? Wow, okay. I didn't realize that. Forgot that there was that good of a card. I'm sure when I was doing Manestas Theater, that would have been like the go-to card to like set up for the first round for the Sun Descendant. Cool, okay. Then after the AI, we need to do End of Hope and perform Signature. So Signature is Sun's Will. This is going to be targeting lowest danger in front, which is going to be a tie between Shadow Dancer, Truth Bearer, and Game Changer. Who do we want him to go after? I think we'll have him go after Shadow Dancer, because then it is a triple laser, right? Yes, because we are at 4 Paradox still. So this is a triple laser. So we don't really want him to move. We want him to destroy as few things as possible. So we'll have him target Shadow Dancer. 2 of the lasers just zoop right off. Then this laser will destroy this. And this will set me up nicely because now I actually have enough movement, right? 1, 2. Ooh, okay, that works out really well. Nice, I won't have to like reflex to get her into position to attack this round. Okay, each hit, nope, after attack rewind, nope, the target was the, what's it called? The iceberg, so we ignore that, and that was a beautiful AI round, or Primordial round. That comes off. Then let's give a roll for our cannon. We'll do the negative AT shot, so we need 7 or higher. 9, I'll take it. And we'll use that shot immediately. And where are we at? Cargo. Lose another retractable mechanism. And we will get a negative AT in here for the rest of this round. This is going significantly better than that Oracle fight did. Who do we want going first? Let's do Shadow Dancer, maybe? We don't have any break or anything like that in the Kratos pool, so I'd like to go with somebody who has a bonus power on their weapon. Somebody who's likely to be able to climb the VP, so we can get the extra power from that. And Paradox does have auto break 1, and because it's 2 dice, I'm less likely to full miss, even if I only get 1 hit off. Still have a decent chance of wounding a BP1. Alright, yep, I've convinced myself. Let's go with that. So, reestablish our time anchor, and then move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. Getting to the floating rocks would be nice, because then I'd be almost guaranteed to be getting on the VP, but I can't make it over there, so we'll do a climb test on the VP1, because VP1 starts unlocked, and I actually remembered it for this time since I kept that VP on there. Okay, so VP1 requires a test of Fury 6 or higher. Leocules has +3 to Fury, so we need a 3 or higher here. It's a 1! Come on. Gain a Fate. Reroll that. 9. Okay. We'll climb on top of a VP. We haven't been on top of a VP in a very long time. Then we will gain a rage and attack. We need to get a fate as well since we have commit. Oh, and I do want to use Arrow Barrage for the opening tokens. Opening. Now we need 7 or higher to hit here. It's an 8 and 9. That was almost a crit. But it was not. But I will take a full hit off the bat. I was kind of expecting that to re-roll 1 anyway for fate. So I guess that fate from the climb test makes up for it. We get 3 black and 1 red. And we'll have 2 bonus power on this and -1 AT. So effectively we need 3 lower than the value on the card. So we only need a 4 and we'll be able to create another VP. Swordwing. Cool card. All right. Cool name of a card. So we need 4 on the dice here. And oh, we got auto break 1. Skip the first ability window. Is there anything else I want to do? Can't really do anything else. All right. Boom. Great. That is 2, 4, 5, 6. That wounds it handily. So this BP will go into... Oh, and we're going to create another VP. Let's see if I can do this without taking this off here. Stay. Come on. Is this the right one? I think so. Maybe not. Oh no, I don't think it is. Okay. Come on. There we go. We will get a wound there, and then we'll escalate with a BP2. Geez. Just 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1. BP2. Shoot. AI1 comes out. AI2 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI1. Take these out. Take that out. Clear this. And we will get, well, this will be exhausted. We'll get break 2. Then we will get closing 1. And I have repositioned 3. I think what I'm going to do is maybe I'll go like 1, 2, 3. That way I leave both VPs open for the other, like the Returner and Truth Bearer. Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Then I'll go with Probably want Game Changer to be attacking a BP1. So let's go with Returner. Also, let me put something on Returner to make sure we remember that we already used Cheat Fate. Also, with her, I technically should have lost a fate when I survived the Obel. So if I say that I just only lost one fate from Left 4 Dead, and then lost the other fate from Fickle Fate, then all of our stuff would be able to work out. But I was just rereading her abilities and realized that I forgot to do that. Oh, actually, wait, why would it matter? I could just have lost an extra fate anyway. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm going to, I think I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if this is going to be getting too cute, but I think I want to try to climb the rocks and then climb the Sun Descendant. That would leave the VP1 to be climbed by, well, it's, all right, so the rocks are going to take a Fury test of 4 or higher. Dustan has +1 rage, so we need a 3 or higher here. That's a 7, so we climb the rocks. Now we can move to the VP1 for free, or we can do another climb test to get onto the VP2. Let's do the climb test. So we're going to have +4 total to this, because being on these floating rocks gives us an advantage. We're trying to climb, so we need a 4 or higher. 6. All right, nice. We are on the VP2 now. Now I am going to discard Run to the Litter to gain 2 rage. And then I will attack. So we go up to 4 rage and 3 fate because we need to commit. And we only have +2 total on this. That is not a lot. So we need 8 or higher. All right. 8 or higher. Come on. Okay, that's a crit and a crit miss. So Returner is going to die at the end of this fight. Let me put a condition token on Dustan to remember that. Actually, we'll do it on the Dahaka Blade just so I remember. We triggered that. But I can use the closing token to reroll this. 3. All right, so we just get 1 hit. Hopefully that'll be enough. We're going to get a black and 2 red from this. All right, this is still going to be probably tough. No auto tokens. Is there anything that I missed? Nope, I don't think so. All right. Writhing cephalomuscles, AT of 9. If your weapon has a spear trait, no, this is a sword. Okay, AT of 9. So we need, what? We effectively need 6 on the dice, right? Because +1 power from the Dahaka Blade, +1 from VP2, and then -1 or AT from the cannon shot. All right, so let's do this one at a time. Boom. Okay, that's 2. Okay, that's 4. That's 6. Wait, nope. That's not enough because we don't have enough break. I can reroll 1. Whew, okay, keep those 2. Use reroll from what? Kratos level 1, I guess. Damn it. Ah, dang, that stinks. That would have been a really nice crit. Oh, actually, we can't even crit anyway. She can't gain crit chances, so we would have just done the wound effect. Okay. Still, that would have been nice to create the last VP, but alas, we do not. This will go into our VP discard. This comes out, this comes out. We're going to get time clocked, right? That's what that said. All Titans in Zone 1 gain 1 danger. Nobody's in Zone 1. Adjacent. Returner is adjacent, so we get time clocked. Oh, I could reflex away. No, I don't mind getting time clocked with her. That's okay. Gee. Time clocked. And we'll clear these out, and we will get closing 2, black 2. Closing 2, black 2. What else we got? We'll get rouse 1. Then we can't use any of the motivate from the Kratos table because we're time clocked now. We can use greater pass. So actually we could carry over another, we could greater pass the closing token that we had before. Because we have rouse, so we're at Kratos level 5 effectively. Then we can get 2 break from pass and another black. Okay, not ideal, but not the end of the world. I think we'll be okay. We have a lot of black tokens, so this feels like a good time for Game Changer to go, because he will hopefully be getting a full hit and landing a lot of good stuff here. So let's activate him, reestablish our time anchor. And we'll start off with an attack, I think. Gain a rage. Okay, yeah. We have +6 total. So I need a 4 or higher. Probably won't tempt things with trying to spiral even if I get the chance. So 4 or higher. That's a 5 and a 5, so we get 2 hits. Yeah, I'm not gonna, because what I have, I'm gonna have 4 red dice and a black. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it just to lose a fate. Okay, let's go with these 4. Let's give them some good rolls here. Let's take this black die. No auto tokens. We'll draw this, the horse head, AT value of 6. We can create another VP and perform signature against the attacker. That's okay. Because we have, yeah, signature's a laser attack, so the iceberg can shield us. All right, that's not bad. And this seems pretty doable. We need 5 on the dice. That is not a great roll. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't get anything for overbreaking, do I? No. I don't need to try to reestablish anybody's time anchor on my space either, so okay, I think I'm good. So then we'll create the last VP. Take him. There we go. Look at all those VPs. Probably can't even see them all on camera now, just barely. Can try to scoot this down a little bit here. All right. Oh, there it is. Then we have to set up the signature for us. So let's put that there so we don't forget. Now we'll go into our wound stack. We're at 2 wounds. We'll get a BP2. Oh gosh. 3, 2, 1. BP1. Heck yeah. AI1 comes out. AI2 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI1. And number 3 is what we need. These come out. That comes out. Then we'll clear all these. We'll get opening 2 from the razor bow. We'll get rouse 1. I don't have any pass with him, so I can just pull from this pile. Rouse 1. There was a rouse in there, so we can do 1 break, 1 opening, and then we can do elation. and get another opening. I'm going to use the level 3 ability of A Night to Remember to gain 2 fate so we can ignore the exhaust of the Razor Bow. And then for our Motivate, we have Motivate 2, Motivate 1. Let's go Motivate 1, 2, and then 1. I'm a little nervous with putting Shadow Dancer right there. Because she'll be in Zone 1. I don't want to get hit with another one of those Zone 1 response things. But she's not going to get hit by this signature that we're about to have to do. So I think it'll be okay. And I think that's it for... Oh, we have reposition 1, 2. But I'm not going to reposition with Game Changer because he needs to stay behind that iceberg. Then these things can come out. That ends the attack. We still have our movement, but for the signature, we will move lateral. It's going to be a triple laser signature, but it doesn't end up mattering for us. So the one laser will get blocked by this for Game Changer. The other two will just go straight down and not hit anything. And after attack rewind, nothing happens. Signature is resolved. Then we have the Game Changer's movement, and we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that will end Game Changer's turn. Next, I'll go with Truth Bearer, or lastly, I guess I should say, I'll go with Truth Bearer. Reestablish, oh boy, reestablish the time anchor there. Oh, I also need to get my charges of Fate safe. I never put those on. So I may not actually end up using them. Let's use the charge of Fate converter on Game Changer. So Game Changer goes down to 3 fate and goes up to 2 danger. Then our Truth Bearer will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she will need a 6 or higher to climb this. Oh geez. All right. 6 or higher. That's a 9. Our climb tests are pretty good. Put him just on VP1. And is there anything else we want to do before we attack? I don't think so, because our Nemoses are garbage for most things. We will attack, gain a rage, gain a fate. Is there anything that I missed from this? I do always forget about that. I can give somebody +1 courage, but I think the other things I generally remember. Opening one, I'm like 50-50 on. From all our precision bonuses, we're going to end up having a total of +4 after the opening. So we need a 6 or higher on this. Okay, come on. Just a quick crit, please. All right, that's fine. I'll take an 8. Totally okay. And I think the only thing I'm going to get in this first ability window is my Hope 1. Yep, all right. Draw the BP1. Skulljaw. 8 AT. If we wound, we create a VP. They're already created. Do we get any bonus effect from creating VPs if they're already created? I don't think so. We are going to need 5 on the dice here total. We're going to have 4 black dice to do it. Two, 4, 5. That's plenty. Plenty. So create the VP. Already done. This will go into our wound stack. To 3 wounds. That'll put a BP2 in our BP deck. Oh gosh, throwing cards everywhere. 3, 2, 1. BP1. think my shuffling got a little fucked there at the end. AI 1 comes out. AI 2 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI 2. Back to this. These come out. Let's see. We have the, not elation. We have the, why am I think enrage? No, what is that token? Rouse token. It's like, what the hell is the name of that token? So we're going to get opening 2, black 2 from our weapon. What else we got? We do have an elation. So we'll get an extra opening, lose an ambrosia. Then we can also do, we get another break and an opening. Then we can do burden. So we can take an ambrosia from Shadow Dancer. And I think that's all. Cool. All right. So that comes out. That comes out. This negative AT token will go away. That was very helpful. And that will end our Titan round. Okay, those get reset. Clear this off. Oh, nope. Come on. Go back there. And that can get off. We'll start off, or let's see, anything at the end of the Titan round? No. Start of Primordial round, we will do the top trauma card, Extinguish Possibilities. Let's see, so we still have Moirai Edict on the minor, we still have Giant Gash on the major. Grave, we need to draw this, flip it. Oh, it's a shame. Yep, that's coming out. Goodbye, good thing. And then for our Obol, yeah, go back to that, sure. We have this view. Our You Live is coming out now. Dang it. All right, so it's just our You Died Obol in that deck. Dang. Back to this. Then we will start with Merciless Sun. We might actually be getting some mercy here because we should not have to worry about this. Target is unshaded board. We have to do our sun move. So it would go there, I think. Or is it shifted one space? No, that's right. You stay on the VP. And everybody is shaded here, because VPs 1 and 2 are both shaded. So we are good. After final attack, glaciate the time anchor of the Titan with the lowest fate, rewind the Titan with the highest fate. Everybody is tied, so I get to choose. For the rewind, I'm pretty sure I can do this. I think this is legal. I'm going to say that the, maybe not, because it wouldn't be, well, no, rewind the Titan with the highest fate. I could just say the Titan with the highest fate would be the returner, but she just can't be rewound because of time clocked. So I don't know. I think that's fine. But for glaciate the time anchor of the Titan with the lowest fate, let's glaciate what's her name? Shadow Dancer's one, because I think we'll want to get some glaciers down here potentially in case we have to survive another primordial round. Or yeah, maybe I actually want to rewind Shadow Dancer, because that puts her near a couple of icebergs. Yeah, I'm gonna spread them out a little bit. Let's have Shadow Dancer get rewound, and then let's glaciate. Glaciating blue is kind of tempting, but then I think it's going to put me in a weird position with moving Game Changer, maybe. Okay, I'm going to glaciate green. I just move on. I think there's a lot of good options here. I'm not actually sure which is going to be the best, but we'll see how this turns out. Okay, Merciless Sun is done. Then we will draw our AI card. Sunshade Laser. Target is lowest danger in front. That has to be Shadow Dancer. We're already on Shadow Dancer. Alright, lowest danger in front, and then Glaciate D12, J14, H16. Oh shoot, is... Okay, no, Shadow Dancer is not on D12. Very close though. That would have been annoying. Alright, so D12. Ooh, that actually, if I'm thinking ahead to the signature, that actually may hurt me. Alright, D12, J14, H16. J14 here. H16 here. Okay. Move lateral and attack. It would normally be a triple laser, but it's going to be an omni laser. I don't think the omni laser actually does anything for us right now. Oh wait, yeah, can the floating rocks also block laser attacks? They can. And I think if the laser is blocked by the floating rock still stays because the floating rock is indestructible. So I should be able to block 2 attacks in a row with it. And the terrain tiles get to ignore the after attack effects if they're an obstacle. So I think I could block 2 attacks in a row with a single floating rock. Okay, so all right, we do have a window of opportunity here. So I think what I want to do is you gain a fate to use the Sun Guard 1, 2, and then I think I want to do the Chronosphere charge as well and go 1, 2. Okay, so then that's going to move you down this way. You'll do your, or if we do this here, I could go down 1 space further, and this would avoid him destroying these icebergs as well. Yeah, all right, right, that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. I like this because then I think I can use Game Changer to motivate Shadow Dancer back into a position where she can run up and attack the Sun Descendant. All right, this is looking good. So triple laser attack, these both hit the rock. The third one hits nothing, or actually it's Omni Laser, but nothing goes north. Then after attack rewind, which does nothing. Oh boy, all right, so this is done. Then signature, lowest danger in front. Again, that will be the Shadow Dancer. Move lateral and attack, triple laser signature, blah, blah, blah. It's going to hit the rock and do nothing. Woo! We have done a great job of handling these primordial rounds, unless I'm playing something wrong here. All right, so I'll probably end up starting with Game Changer, but at the beginning of the round, we're going to do our minus AT cannon shot. 7! Let's go! Yes, 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 yes. Subtract another burden resource. Okay. All right, so we'll go with you, reestablish your time anchor. And then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll attack from here. Gain a rage. 2 dice, we're gonna have +7 to this, so we only need a 3 or higher. It's a 5 and an 8. I'm not gonna risk spiraling on these. So we'll get 2 hits. It's gonna be 4 red and a black. No auto tokens. Mouth feeler. AT of 6, so we need 5 on the dice here. Oh my god, we're gonna get in a muffled condition. I could use precise and target the writhing cephalomuscles instead. I mean, this is going pretty well. I may want to consider going for 8 wounds to try to get the Atlantean Oscillator at this point. In which case, I'd probably need to survive a 3rd round. And surviving a 3rd round, I would have a chance at getting rid of muffled. It would be better. It's smarter to go for that BP1 as well. Yeah, dang. Okay, I'll go for this BP1 as I drop my die. All right, 5 on the dice. That's plenty. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't need to use the black. Gain the muffled condition. You poor Argonaut. Oh shoot, you cannot voluntarily gain fate, which also means we can't use level 3 ability of A Night to Remember. That's okay. That's okay. We're going to have to draw a major trauma for that, right? Major trauma right now is Giant Gash. All right. I hate muffled, but I think this is the right move if I'm going to try to go for Atlantean Oscillator, which I think this is just, I don't think I can ask for a better setup than this, so I think we should do it. So that wounds. Go in our wound stack. We're now at 4 wounds. Once we get to 6 wounds is when we basically need to declare, if we get to 6 wounds this round, I should say, that's when we need to declare that we're either going for it or we're not. Because at that point we'd have to wait for the next primordial round to end. 3, 2, 1, BP2. Okay, AI1 comes out, AI2 goes in. 3, 2, 1, AI2. Then clear this, and what do we got? We need opening 2 of reposition 1. I think I already know that I want to reposition. Oh, actually, no. Oh, how much? Okay, I definitely. 1 second. All right, so let's see. I had a double red. I had that. I had that, and I had a maxed out black. So I think what I want to do is if I say I'm going to keep these and then use the black on both of these, this should be enough. And then I would be guaranteed to at least get 1 potential from this. So I need to get 9 or higher total because I want to try to reestablish whose time anchor? Yellow's time anchor, the returner's time anchor on the space that Game Changer is at right now. So black on both of these. Okay, I don't think that's enough. It's going to be 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, so not enough to do that ability. But at least we tried. We still wounded though. Turn up the brightness on that camera a bit too. There we go. Okay, so opening 2, reposition 1. Have to do cumbersome. Then let's see, motivate 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't really want to motivate anybody else, so why not? I'll motivate you 1 more. Get rouse. Then break, opening, and elation, so 1 more opening. And that will end Game Changer's turn. These can come out. Oh darn, I probably should have I probably should have untime clocked Returner first before doing that attack. Because then I could have used some of the motivate on her, because I think she's going to be just shy of being able to reach the Sun Descendant. Okay, that's fine. We'll just have to plan on Returner. Maybe we even just keep her in time clocked. Otherwise, we just put her in a safe place. Let's have Truthbearer go next. Reestablish. I think we have to reestablish his time anchor adjacent to the Primordial somewhere. Do I care where it is? Yeah, we'll go there. Then, yeah, I'll attack now with Truthbearer, gain a rage, gain a fate. I totally forgot about his opening one last time. Cersei card's opening one. Shoot. Oh well, I don't think it affected anything. I'm going to use Arrow Barrage here to opening. I feel, if I hit this, I feel pretty confident in being able to wound it. Because we do have the Auto Hope and effectively like +3 power for this attack. I cannot deal with a full miss. So we're going to have a net total of +6, so we need 4 or higher. All right, come on, 4 or higher. That's a 4. Glad I used Arrow Barrage. I'm not pushing my luck here. Shoot, I forgot to do his hold on test at the end of the Primordial round. Okay. So we need blue die endurance for Cersei Guard is +1, so we need a 6 or higher. 10. Okay, we're good. Get our Auto Hope 1. And draw our BP card. Aft Wing. AT of 9. Knockback 7. Gain 2 danger. At least we have some choices in where we would get knocked back. Okay, so we need to roll, what? 6 on the dice total after all of our bonuses. We have 4 black dice to do it. Okay. Let's do 1. Oh boy. Not a good start. 2. Not a good start. 3. Oh geez. 4. All right, let's see. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We have 1 power reroll, I think. Just 1. All right. Let's reroll this one. Okay, I think that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're good. That was really close. That -AT shot really saving us again. All right, knockback 7 and gain 2 danger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I still have my movement. I could end up going something like that. Go there. Okay, that's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gain 2 danger. Oh wait, do I get knocked down if I get knocked back off a VP? I don't think so. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I don't think I do. All right, so this will go into our wound stack. Go up to 5 wounds. We would get a BP 3 in the pile. Oh geez. 3, 2, 1. Oh shoot, BP 3. Shoot. AI 2 comes out. AI 3 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI 2. These come out. These come out. We'll get opening 2, black 2. Relation 1. Then 2 break and opening and a hope. 2 break. and hope. It's a pretty good looking pool. Then for movement, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and go there. Oh, and this should be used up. Then we'll go with Shadow Dancer. Reestablish your time anchor. Geez, BP3. I don't have precise, right? I do have Heartseeker though on the Sun Axe. That might be the move to go with that. Okay, well let's do first things first. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we will do a climb test. The VP1, we need 6. She has +3, so we need 3 or higher. Or he has +3. 5. That is successful. Climb to that VP. I mean, I kind of have to use Sun Axe anyway because I can't get the Paradox back because it's still exhausted. Now the other question is if I do, okay, I'm not going to jump to conclusions there. All right. So we are going to attack. There's nothing I want to do first. Gain a rage. And what do we need on the die here? Oh, this is going to be 2 dice. We do not have deadly for it. Okay. What am I doing? Oh, I forgot about the opening from Cersei. I'm not forgetting it again. At least not right now. So we now have +5, so we need 5 or higher to hit here. Oh, that hurts. That's a 3 and a 4. Jeez. All right, I'll reroll both of them. All right, let's do one at a time. Let's do the non-crit die first. Oh boy. That's a 10. All right, at least we're not missing. It's a 4. Oh, that's just 1 hit. Okay, well, we're definitely doing... We'll spend another fate and do Heartseeker. I don't think I've had to activate Quantum Eye yet. I think I'm still safe from that for now. So we'll draw the top 2. Yes, it's a 1 underneath. Okay. Here are our 2 cards. Ooh, do I want to try to attack the 17 or the 7? For Stump Tentacle, I will get time clocked. That's honestly fine. Yep. Okay. Yeah, if I had Quantum Eye on right now, I'd be drawing a Moiros. I don't think I've had it. I know I should technically be doing it because this is my second campaign, but I don't think I've had to activate it in this campaign, so I'm not using it yet until I have to. So this BP3 will get shuffled back in. 3, 2, 1. BP2, not that it's going to matter very long, hopefully. We do have this. We don't have any auto tokens, right? No. We're going to get 2 black and a red. And we need 5 on the dice. Okay. Should be doable. 2, 4, perfect. Perfect. Now I think I can activate the wound trick on the Sun Axe before we do the instinct. So I will do that, which is going to force me to have to discard a hand because Sun Spear is 2-handed. So I'm going to get rid of Abyss Mirror. Which may be a mistake to get rid of the shield, but I'm about to get time clocked, so I think I'm all right. Yeah, because that Sun Spear will give me break 2 opening 1, so it'll give me better Kratos pool. All Titans in zone 1 gain 1 danger, so she does have to gain a danger. And if adjacent, time clocked, we don't even have anything to try to reflex away from that, so she will get time clocked, and I think we kind of prefer that anyway. All right, so this go into our wound stack. Now we're at 6 wounds and we have to officially decide if we're going for this or not. And I'm gonna say I am. So we need what? We need another BP2 in here. It's our last BP2. 3, 2, 1. BP2. AI1 comes out. AI2 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI2. All this comes out. Then we're going to get break 2, opening 1. And what? Closing 1, break 1. Closing 1, break 1. And I don't think we leave anything else. Okay. Get rid of this, that, and that. Also, I think going for it here actually means I'm going to have to survive 2 more Primordial rounds. Not just this one, because... Yeah, If you decide to continue the battle, you may only declare a win immediately after the end of each subsequent Primordial round. So we can't just get to the 8 wounds next Titan round and just bail out. That's okay. Atlantean Oscillator is great, and I really want to get it, and I am doing really well right now. Alright, so Shadow Dancer is done. Then lastly, we'll go with our returner, and I'm not gonna return her. I think we will just let her, at the end of your next turn, flip this card. Yeah, we can't do anything. Nothing negative happens, right? Nope. Alright. So we will just switch to the arriving side. We're still time clocked. And that will end her turn. Flip all these back. Reset this. Boom. That we didn't do. Did I want to use Fate Converter on somebody? I think I can use Fate Converter. I could have done this before the start of the, what's it called? The returner's turn. But I want to use Fate Converter on Shadow Dancer. I think that's okay because Time Clock says you cannot move voluntarily, attack or use actions or abilities, or suffer a rewind or be targeted with a capital T unless stated otherwise. But Time Converter or Fate Converter isn't targeting a Titan. I think it's fair game. Similarly, it's like reverse time flow, like you're choosing a Titan to arrive from Time Clock, you're not targeting them with an effect. So I think this is fine. So she goes down to 5 fate, but gains a danger, goes up to 3 danger. And then that would have cleared off. And at the start of this Primordial round, we will do Extinguish Possibilities. We still have Moirai, Edict, and Giant Gash on top of our minor and major, what's it called? Trauma decks, respectively. For Grave, we now have... Ooh, we're getting rid of so many good Grave traumas. Damn. And then our Obol is, of course, the You Died Still. Okay. Oh, and then our minus AT token comes off. Now we go to Merciless Sun. The Sun Descendant will move here, I think. Yeah, that looks right. Nobody is unshaded, so we can ignore that. Glaciate the time anchor of the Titan with the lowest fate. Lowest fate is going to be tied between Game Changer and the Returner. So I guess we want to do the Game Changer because we don't want to screw over the Returner. So we need, where's yellow? We need a Glacier tile. go there. No, wait, I said not the returner. I need the green. And then rewind highest fate. Highest fate is Shadow Dancer, and she can't be rewound from time clocked. Oh, sorry, I didn't even show the card. I mean, you probably already know what it is at this point. But why not? Oh, why is that so? How did that? I swear, this camera just like changes its focus at random points, even though I have it set to like manual focus. Maybe it's the lighting change that really screws things up. Give me 1 second. Do I need to increase this? That looks a little better. Let's go up to 9. This is great. Okay, that's good enough. Also, the camera, I think, has just been slowly moving. Or, no, I just pushed it out of the way. Okay, good enough. So that is done. Then we will draw our AI card. Cast down. Target is Titan. Oh, sorry, put that there. And then, oh, that's already on. Target is Titans on 2 highest occupied VPs. There are none. Then target is zone 1. Nobody's in zone 1. Aha! This has been lucky AI draws here. Ignore the window of opportunity after final attack. Sun move. Okay, so this will hurt us at least for the signature. But where do you go for this next one? You go here. Dang, maybe I should have used repurposed cryptext semi-sync to get an extra movement last time to unexhaust Pursuer Ultimatum. I mean, obviously I wouldn't be able to predict that this was going to happen, but having that reflex would have been nice, but too late. Okay, I mean, this is pretty great. We haven't actually been hit by an attack yet, other than that first Merciless Sun. Holy shit. That's crazy. No, wait, did Shadow Dancer did not get hit by an attack. Wow, okay. That's about to change though. So this will go in the discard pile. Then we will draw a signature. Lowest danger in front. Oh, which is actually going to be the game changer. Oh, please do not kill the game changer before I can get rid of Muffled. You bastard. Okay. I'll go there like that. And the laser is gonna, so I guess this is still gonna get destroyed. Nothing's gonna get destroyed in that row. And then the laser in this row is just gonna go after Game Changer and not the Truth Bearer. Okay, we do have a shield though. So we need 3 dice, we need 10 or higher. Ooh, that's a 1 evasion. That's excellent. And I can reroll both of these. Plenty of rerolls. That's another evasion. Oh my god. And then we can block that one. Right? That's what I assume that's what I want to do. Because if I didn't, I'd have to burn. Ooh, and I'd lose my armor at that point. Absolutely, I want to block that one. So we go up to 4 fate. And after attack, rewind. It's going to rewind. Oh, shoot. I'm going to get rewound onto. Dang. He's going to get knocked down. Okay, hear me out. This might be dumb, but I think. I think I might try to leave Shadow Dancer time clocked. All right, here's what I'm going to do. So rewind. We're going to get rewound onto Time Anchor. Getting rewound on our Time Anchor is going to cause him to suffer crash. So we're going to gain a danger and an ambrosia token from that space. Get that. And then when you are about to suffer knockdown, suffer time clocked instead. Let me think about how this is going to work with Muffled. For this to be really good, I would somehow need the returner to get back from time clock before Game Changer's turn. Because I want Game Changer to be able to motivate the returner to be able to attack. I don't think I can make that work though, and if I don't get time clocked with Game Changer, I don't think I have a way of standing him up. Yeah, I think my only hope of returner attacking this round is maybe like if I'm able to get enough power off of Game Changer's attack to be able to move the what's it called? The returner's time anchor, but that's going to be unlikely against the BP2, I think. So we need to get time clocked for Game Changer. Once again, showing the wrong screen. Okay. So that's done. And once again, not a terrible AI round. But now there's a chance we might have to survive 2 more AI rounds after this, Primordial rounds, because we might only be able to get 2 Titans to attack this round. There's a chance that we're not going to be able to wound with both of them. So we'll see. But I'm going to take a break here. I'll probably come back to this tomorrow morning, I think. So I'll resume in a bit. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr./Mrs./the Sun Descendant. Huh. I just looked up to find out what the gender neutral version of Mr./Miss is, and it's Mix or Mux. I did not know that. So, good morning, Mix Sun Descendant. I posted a question in Discord to ask if you can use motivate on a Titan that's time clocked arriving, because like rules is written, it feels like you can. I'm not positive. I maybe by the time I finish going with Game Changer, I'll actually have an answer. But I might, until I'm told otherwise, I might say that you can. But honestly, I could see the argument either way for it. It just seems like rules is written, the thing that prevents you from motivating a Titan who's not, or who is time clocked and departing, is the fact that time clock departing says you cannot move voluntarily. It's not the being targeted part, it's the moving voluntarily. So I'm going to say you can, which does help me out, I think. Because if I'm able to go with Game Changer first, then motivate the returner could go motivate 1, 2, 3, and then on her turn go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just be in range. So I'm going to follow that plan. Unfortunately, we don't have any more cannon shots, so I don't have anything to do at the start of the Titan round. I will, before the Game Changer's turn though, I will do reverse time flow to arrive from time clocked. And then you'll be there. Time clock goes away. Then at the start of his turn, let's do the effect of muffled. We'll be to draw the major trauma, right? Yeah, okay. So our major trauma is still Giant Gash. So we will gain a danger, then we have to resolve the trauma draw again. But in this case, I think now we're going to resolve the minor trauma, because this is not specifically telling us to do a major trauma. We're now just resolving... Actually, I'm not sure on this one. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go down to a minor trauma. Because if I had gained a danger to go up above... I don't know, it's weird, because I'm not resolving a general trauma draw. I'm just supposed to be resolving, like, I was triggered by doing this by saying draw a major trauma. Okay, whatever, I'll draw a major trauma. Because it feels like it could be worse, but it's better. You may discard 2 condition tokens, a tokenless condition card, or an ambrosia token, or lose 2 fate. Okay. I guess we'll just lose 2 fate because the other things aren't as important to us. So we're going to lose 2 fate from that card. Then we will lose a fate from resolving muffled, and we will discard muffled. Oh, shoot. I actually can't even motivate him, or I can't even get him into range to attack. His movement plus his max range is 11, but Sun Descendant is 12 spaces away. Okay, so instead of using reverse time flow on him, let's not do that. So you're still time clocked. I think you still would have been able to do your, what's it called? Muffled stuff, even in time clocked. Go back there. Also, I just realized I still have Mask of Smoke just sitting in in the little card slot. That is my, let me double check. That's my card that I've just been grabbing off the top of the Nietzschean stack for calibrating the focus of my camera when I jump back into a video. Let's cut over to Truthbearer now. Reestablish your time anchor. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go there. Then Cersei needs a 6 or higher to try to climb this. 7. Very good. We climb to VP level 1. Then let's use the last 2, or the last charge of Arrow Barrage to get 2 more opening tokens. Yeah, come on. And we will commit and attack. 3 rage, 5 fate. We need 6 or higher to hit. That's a 4. We'll use the closing token to reroll. Come on, baby. Crit! Let's go! Okay, the only token that I still get is the hope. I don't have any source of what's it called? I keep blanking on the name of that token. Rouse, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't have any source of extra rage here from Rouse or something like that to be able to get that red power die. Okay, so that comes out. We'll just have 4 black dice. Hopefully this will be enough. I heard you put the auto hope in. We're going to have effectively +2 power from this. Okay. Yeah, nothing. Okay, yeah, nothing preventing me from getting that crit either, because he's not the one with the faded Nemos. Lens Eyes, AT of 8, so we need to get 6 on the dice here. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Yeah, that looks right to me. Then 8 from Shadow Cleaver, 9 from being on the VP. So we wound. We don't care about overbreak, do we? Nope. Alright, until the end of the battle, laser attacks deal -2 danger. That's awesome. Let me grab a... where's the -danger token at here? Okay, and I'll set this crit card off to the side too. You may reset your fate. You may perform a bold... But holy shit! There's so much on this card. Okay, there's a chance we can win. We can get to 8 wounds this turn now. Alright. You may reset your fate, did that, and then you may perform a bonus attack. Okay, cool. Great, 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 great. So let's take this, put this in our wound stack. Oops, 7. Let's double check our count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Right, so then we have to take this and put in a BP3. 3, 2, 1. Shoot, BP3. AI2 comes out, AI3 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI3. Oh no. Alright, so these come out. These come out. Excuse me, sorry. Then we will get black 2, opening 2. 2. Black 2, relation 1. Take that out, put another opening token in. Then we get a break and an opening. Then burden, but nobody else is on the board. Break and hope. Break, hope. And these will come out, and I have to decide if I want to do this bonus attack or not. Oh, we get an extra opening because of Cersei Guard. It's very unlikely that I would wound a BP3 by myself. Not impossible. I think they're like the upper teens, mid to upper teens for the AT values. I'm a little scared of full missing. That's probably the thing that I'm most afraid of, because we'll have +5, so we would need 5 or higher to hit. The main reason why I would consider not doing it is that I have 2 Titans with precise that could target that the BP2 that's still in the discard pile. But if I don't take the bonus attack, then there's no chance that I can get to 8 wounds this round, which means I would be guaranteed to have to survive 2 more Primordial rounds, at least. So at least by taking this bonus attack, I have a chance at not having to do that. So, alright, I'll do it. I'll go up to 4 rage, get another fate. And we're going to need 5 or higher here. Come on. That's a 2. Oh boy. Alright, we're going to fate reroll. It's a 7. Oh my gosh, I thought that was a 1 at first. Yes. Alright, we hit. We hit. Okay. Auto Hope 1. And draw our BP. Anything we're missing? No. Okay. The wheel. AT of 18. When you attack from a VP3, you may initiate a combined attack instead. You may voluntarily end this attack before performing a power roll. If you do, clear the Kratos pool. Dang. Alright, here's what I think I'm going to do for this. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to do this roll because I don't want to voluntarily just clear the Kratos pool. Could I even get this if I wanted it? Or like if I maxed out my power roll, could I get it? I could, but I'd have to max out the power roll. I'd have to get use out of both blacks, and I'd need the bonus power from my weapon and the VP. But really, I think I'm going to fail. When I fail, I'm going to draw an Obol. That Obol is going to be the You Died card. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Amalthean Nymph, because I already had to draw an Obol with the Returner, so I can use that Nymph. The downside is that we would not have the Amalthean Nymph for the remainder of Story 2, but that's probably okay if we're saving a Truth Bearer and we are like trying to get the at least the Atlantean Oscillator from this fight. Okay, let me do this roll. Alright, so I'm keeping this. Probably keep this as well. Then I'll use black, and power reroll. Let's do this dramatic. Let's do 2 black dice first with the black tokens. Okay, we did not get it. That one's good. This one is going to cause us to not be able to get it, I think. Power reroll. Yeah, okay. We're probably short by, what, 3 power, I think. So we used the blacks on these. So 2, 4, break, 5, 6, hope 7, hope 8, power is 9, 10, 11, black, 12, black, 13, 14 from Shadow Cleaver, 15 from the VP1. Yeah, we're short by 3. So then we draw the You Died Obol. And yeah, I guess I get to do the Awakening roll first, because I'm not technically about to die yet. Let's try to awaken. We need a 9 or a 10. 3, okay. So we would not awaken. Instead, we will use the Amalthea Nymph. If I can find this side, there we go. Let's go here. And Argo, God Forms and Summons. We will do Summons and Amalthea Nymph. Okay. So that gets shuffled back in. Let me shuffle this really quickly. Okay, let's roll our die. Oh, that's cocked. 9, all right, let me put this down. All right, there we go. Now it's in the right order. So that is going to get discarded. We do have a BP2 on top. And this will all get cleared. Opening 2, black 2, Elation 1. Is this basically going to be the same pool except... Yeah, okay, just put all these tokens back. We're basically just losing the Auto Hope 1 that we put in from this attack. It's a shame that the Titan that I put the repurposed Cryptex on is the one Titan who has been consistently able to get into range to melee. Let's go next with a Returner Titan. She will arrive from Time Clocked, go onto her yellow time anchor there. Let's see, what else? Is there anything that she's going to do this turn? No, because we know that Sun Descendant's going to Sun move at least once. So I think she's just going to stay where she is. She doesn't need to get any cards back. So I think that's the end of her turn. Now, do we want... yeah, I think I'm going to arrive Shadow Dancer. Let's try to maximize how many Titans we might be able to have attack next round. She will arrive at her time anchor. She will use her attack to get all of her weapons back, or all of her exhausted stuff back. I'd like for her to be able to move somewhere. I need her to get into a shaded spot after the sun move. I'm going to use Fate Converter here, so she can lose 2 Fate, because I'd like her to be tied with Fate, with the, what's it called? With the Returner. So that way on the after final attack of Merciless Sun, we can choose to rewind the Returner Titan, who's already on her time anchor. So we don't want to plan on having to use the advanced reflex from the Sun Guard. Yeah, Sun Guard. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go here in case. That way if the Sun Descendant does a second, what's it called, Sun attack, or not Sun attack, I'm also not on the right person. That way if the Sun Descendant does a Sun move from the AI card, at least the Shadow Dancer should be in range to be able to attack. Alright, I think that will end her turn. So let's reset everybody. Clear these off. One more arrival charge, and that's it. The start of the Primordial round, we will do Extinguish Possibilities. Moirai Edict is still on top of the Minor. For Major, we have March for Death. This will stay on top of that deck. For Grave, we have There Will Be a Reckoning. That will stay on top of that deck. And then, of course, our You Died Obel is on top of our Obel deck. And of course, we will go to our beautiful Merciless Sun, which is going to cause a Sun move. Take this and put him over here. Then target the unshaded board. Everybody is shaded. We don't have to worry about that. After final attack, glaciate the time anchor of the Titan with the lowest fate. Lowest fate is... oh, dang it, it's going to be Game Changer. Oh, yeah, okay, but I totally forgot that Pithos Linothorax allowed him to stand up. All right, that's good to know. So this won't affect us that much. Go here. And then Titan with the highest fate is going to get rewound. It's going to be a tie between Shadow Dancer and Returner. So Returner gets rewound and just stays where they're at. Sun move is now done. Merciless Sun. Now we'll draw the AI card. AI 3 is going to be Invite the Eschaton. Uh-oh. This is not the ultimate, is it? No, it's not. Target is priority target in front. That's going to be the Returner. Then glaciate. Let's see. All right, so do that. We have a few cards we need to glaciate. C16, F9, and J5. C16 is here. Ooh, very close to our Shadow Dancer. What was the next one? F9 is... F9 here. Okay. And then J5. I ran out of icebergs, but I think what we'll have to do, so J5 will be here. The furthest away, I guess we would take this one, right? That's the rule. You have to take the furthest tile away and put it there. I think that's right. Oh, 7 or more fate do not glaciate. Okay, well, I didn't read that until now, but we don't have 7 or more fate, so that's fine. Then Paradox 2+, ignore the window of opportunity. Ooh, okay, well, luckily we're okay right now. Move lateral and attack. This attack cannot be evaded. Each hit Titan dies. Damn. Okay. So he'll go here. And it's a triple laser, right? Yeah, so this will get blasted. This will get blasted. And then nothing in column 11. So nobody gets hit, nobody dies. That will end that attack. Then lastly, we will do the laser signature. And this is going to target lowest danger in front, which is going to be Shadow Dancer. Yeah. Shadow Dancer gets targeted by this one. I think we're going to need this window of opportunity here. Yeah, okay. The Returner is going to have to spend a fate to use Glacial Fabric to glaciate an adjacent space, which she can use as a reaction because she has at least 6 danger. So she can protect herself with this. Then the Sun Descendant will move laterally and do a triple laser attack for the signature. So laser 1 will hit here. Laser 2 will hit here. Laser 3 will hit here. And and rewind only, like rewind gets ignored because it only targeted the obstacles. And that will end that primordial round. Hell yeah. Through a combination of like luck and good positioning and all this good stuff, we've actually had pretty good ability to avoid anything happening on the primordial rounds, while still being able to get off attacks. And I don't know how much of that to chalk up to, like, is it like 50-50 between luck and skill, or like positioning and strategy, or is it much more favored to the luck side of it? I'm not sure. We do need to do the hold on test for Truth Bearer. Let me jump over to that. He will need, I think she has a +1 to endurance, right? Yes. So we need to roll a 6 or higher here. That's an 8. Hangs on. So, all right. Let's think about this. We could try to go for Daedalus's flight. If we want to do that, then I think we need to go first with Game Changer, have him arrive from time clocked, have him attack. We need him to wound that BP2. Then we would have him motivate Returner to be adjacent to the Sun Descendant. So she could then use her, she would then go next, use her climb onto a VP as a free action. Or actually, maybe we have, no, we need somebody with precise to do it, because I think I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's try it. Like the smart move, I don't remember Daedalus's flight being like overly crazy, but I don't remember it. I don't remember it exactly. I just don't remember using it very much, at least in theater. I don't remember if I actually got it in my playthrough last time, but I think I may have maybe tried to use it in theater just for the sake of trying it. I don't know. I know I've seen the stats on it at some point, and I don't remember it being so good, but I think I'm going to try to go for it just for the sake of like, let's do it for the video. It may screw me over because it's higher risk. I could just take the safe path right now, go with Truth Bearer, get that 8th wound, and then just hide with everybody and we try to survive. But I'm trying to do this playthrough a little bit more of like a challenge aspect, and I think we're actually set up pretty well to be able to try it. So yeah, all right, let's we'll start with Game Changer. Before Game Changer goes, we will use reverse time flow to have him arrive. He is going to arrive on that iceberg, which means suffer crash and get knocked down, blah, 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 get an ambrosia token, so go there. So gain a danger from crash, gain an ambrosia, then he's knocked down, but we will have him stand up. Oh my gosh, I'm just moving everything around here. Let's use movement to get everything back. And you get your reflex back, that's good. Oh, I'm not even on you, selected, there we go. Yeah, okay, so if Game Changer gets attacked, he'll be shaded for Merciless Sun. He does have good defensive stuff, so we should be able to survive. Okay, then I think he'll just do his attack here. So he's going to gain a rage. Ooh, what kind of tokens is he going to leave? Like opening 3, break 2. Not crazy good. Okay, so we will get 2 dice. We need what, we just need a 2 or higher to hit, right? Because we have 5 opening. Yeah, all right. 2 or higher to hit. It's a 6 and a 3. Yeah, I'm not going to risk... I'm not going to risk it for Spiral. He's already pretty low in fate. Where is... There we go. Then, what do we want to do? Do we have any tokens we can get? Oh, whoops, I didn't pause it. So, no, I don't have any tokens I can put down here for auto tokens. So we'll draw our BP2. Wrong angled wing. AT of 8. Okay. He's going to get time clocked again if he wounds. All right, this is not too bad, though. He doesn't have any bonus power, though. So he actually has to get 8 on the dice. He's going to have 4 red and a black. All right, I need good luck here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. This is what we want. All right, 4 red and a black to get 8 power. Okay, that we will keep. How many black tokens do we have? 2. All right, so let's keep these as well. That's 2, 4, 6. All right, so we should be okay. I think we're almost guaranteed to wound at this point. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Plus 1 from the hope, that's 11. Cool. Create a VP, no more to create. Rewind, we're already on our time anchor, and then time clocked. Oh, dang it. The time clock is going to prevent me from being able to do motivate for other people, though. Shoot. It doesn't, not the end of the world, but it does ruin my plans a little bit. Dang. So then move these out of the way. This will go into our wound stack. We're now at 8 wounds, so at least we can, if we survive one more primordial round, we just can't have 3 Titans die, because if 3 Titans, well, even if 3 Titans die, we still come out with our bonus things. So that's going to be another BP3 that we have to put in here. Excuse me. 3, 2, 1. BP2! All right. AI2 comes out. AI3 goes in. Oh boy, it's our ultimate. I don't remember what his ultimate is. It's probably extremely bad though. 3, 2, 1. Oh boy. Ultimate is on top. Ugh. Oh, sorry, not returner. Game changer. Then take these out, take that out, and we can only use the Kratos tokens. Yeah, I guess technically I can't use elation then. I feel like I've flip-flopped on this a couple times, but I feel like I can't use elation here. All right, so opening 2. Technically I shouldn't be able to use cumbersome, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe I shouldn't actually be able to use cumbersome. That feels not like the correct interpretation of that, but I feel like there's an argument to be made for that. And we will get 1 break, 1 opening, then another break, and a rouse. These come out, those come out, that comes out. Actually, instead of this break, I think I'm going to put an opening in there because I'm probably going to have Truth Bearer go next. And I think that opening is going to be more important than the break. Oh, I need to mark you as done. Excuse me. And then, oh, he did not move during his turn, so he can use that Resolve Fate at Nemos ability to lose a fate. Then let's go with Truth Bearer. Take that, mark it as active, and we will reestablish the time anchor there. I just forget what the back sides of these are. One of these is the weapon, right? I need to remember about the Necrozyph. Oh, no. I shouldn't care about that because it's not ascended. Never mind. All right, so we will attack and gain a rage and a fate. And we need 6 or higher to hit here. 7! Woohoo! All right. Put this back. Why can I never find the 10? There we go. All right, I still just get the auto hope. The scariest part to me was the attack roll. I don't think I'm that nervous about the power roll, although 10 is pretty high for only having a break in hope. Axle bones. Your weapon has a spear trait. I don't think it does. No, it does not. It has the axe trait. When you attack from a VP2 or 3, you may initiate a combined attack instead. I am on a VP1. We're going to get all 4 black and 1 red, and we need to get 8 on the dice here. All right, we can do that, right? We'll have how many power reroll? We'll have 2 power reroll. Okay. Ooh, not great. Let's see, that's 2, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7, 8. Right? Yeah. Excellent. Okay. All Titans in Zone 2 gain 1 danger. Okay, that's just the returner. It goes from 7 danger to 8. If adjacent, time clocked. Shoot. That's fine. I don't care about that, I don't think. Okay, you get time clocked. Then this will go into our wound stack, and we are at 9 wounds. All right, I think this is setting up for me well, but I think a lot of this is going to hinge on being able to get a good roll on our climb test for the returner. All right, 3, 2, 1, BP3. AI 2 comes out. AI 3 goes in. 3, 2, 1. AI 3. Oh my gosh, it's still the ultimate. Oh no. I'm a little bit scared right now. These black dice will come out. Red die comes out. We effectively are at 6 rage from this, so we get black 2, opening 2. Why is my... How long has my camera not been working? What the heck? Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, now it's working. I really hope that wasn't not working for a while. Maybe it was just because it had 3 opening. Maybe it just stopped working before I changed that opening to a break for Game Changer. I don't know. It seemed like the tokens were about right. I'll have to go back and watch later. It's really frustrating. I haven't had actual camera problems in a while. Okay, where are we at here? Oh yeah, sorry. 2 opening, 2 black from the Shadow Cleaver. Then we can't do Elation, nor can we do Burden. That's okay. We'll get 2 more opening, 2 more break, and 2 hope. 2 opening, 2 break, 2 hope. Oh, and this should be at 9. ends her turn, or his turn. Then we'll go with Dustan / Returner. Move up one space to be adjacent. Let me scooch these over. Didn't realize this was off a little bit here. And then I think I just want to try to climb to the VP3. I think my best bet is trying to get to the VP3 so we can do precise and get a combined attack on the wheel. But we're going to need to get an 8 or higher on our climb test because Dustan has +1 to Fury. All right, 8 or higher, 6. Let's Fate re-roll that. 5 Fate, 4. Damn. All right, we don't climb. Okay, so then let's just attack. Gain a Rage, gain a Fate, commit. We have Deadly, but it's not really going to matter. We already got the crit miss effect, so. But we need, what do we have, +5, so we're going to need 5 or higher to hit here. It's a 5 and a 9, all right, at least it's a full hit. I don't think I am going to use precise, because at this point I can't do the combined attack, so I feel like 18 is on the higher end of the AT values, so I don't see a reason to do precise. Also, failing that one would mean drawing an obol, and I'm guaranteed to die. No auto tokens, so I will draw the BP3. Okay, my camera is working right now, and I feel like I have to keep checking it. Black Ice Shard, AT of 17, and it's atemporal, so we'll have to draw a Grave Danger or Grave Trauma. Okay, that's the adding the You Died Horribly obol to the obol deck. That doesn't really matter. Fail effect is Rewind All Titans. Ooh, that might make it so Shadow Dancer can attack. Okay. All right, 17. We are pretty unlikely to be able to wound this. We're going to get 2 black and 4 red. 2 red from the weapon, 1 red from my normal power, 1 red from my Kratos table. Yeah, because we are aroused, so we get up to 6 rage. All right, let's try it. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like we're at around 11, 12 right now with the power from the Haka Blade. So let's say I definitely keep this and these 2. And then what? I do black on both of these and power reroll on this. I do get 1 free power reroll. Let's see, if Shadow Dancer gets rewound, will she be able to attack? Go here, we'll have 3 motivate from Returner. So 1, 2, 3. And she could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yes. Okay. She'll barely be able to get into range. Okay. So we probably don't want to, like, skip the pass. We don't want to sacrifice the pass. We want to be able to make the Kratos pool good just in case we can get a wound on a BP3 with Shadow Dancer. All right. So let's do black on the black and reroll on the red. Let's do the blacks first. Don't think that's going to be enough. And then power reroll. Yeah, definitely not. Okay, so we failed a wound. Rewind all Titans, which is just going to be Returner and Shadow Dancer. Also, I'm freezing cold right now. All right, that will go into our BP failure pile, and then we still have a BP3 on top. These come out, these come out. Then how many pass are we going to have? Actually, let's set up the rest of the tokens first. So we're going to get black 2, closing 2. black 2, closing 2, rouse 1, one more black from our Kratos table, motivate 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll use the greater pass on a hope. Then we have 1, 2, 3 regular pass. Let's pass 1 opening and 2 break. I'm gonna get an auto break from the weapon on Shadow Dancer. And a max hit should be attacking with 4 black and a red. Yeah, this is all super unlikely to, to work out, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah, okay, I'm good with this. Put these away, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away. Then that ends Returner's turn. Then we will go with Shadow Dancer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, let's see, she was here. 1, 2, 3, so she started her turn here. Ooh, and Shadow Dancer actually has scale as a part of her Kratos table. We would need to attack first. We would gain a rage. We'd have the rouse token in there, so we'd be at 4. And we could use the scale at rage 4 on the first ability window to just get to the VP3, I think. Okay. Makes things slightly more likely. So we will gain a rage, gain a rage to attack, go up to 3 rage and commit, so 4 fate. And we're gonna get 2 dice, not deadly. We'll have +4 to hit. We need 6 or higher. Come on, baby! That's a 9 and that's cocked. Okay. It's an 8. All right. Woohoo! It's a full hit. So we can use scale from the Kratos level 4 and go up to the VP2. Yeah, nothing. Oh yeah, auto break 1. Okay, that's all I get. Yeah, that looks like all I get. So we'll draw our BP3. Simulated Sun. AT of 17, atemporal. Atemporal. I should have drawn the grave trauma for returner. So let me do that now. This would have been for returner. So we need to add the You Died Horribly card to the Obel deck. You Died Horribly goes in. We'll just shuffle these up. And stop. Just roll this. It's not really going to matter. Okay. All right, so we have +3 power total right now. We will, of course, use Death Follows. We can use that to get an extra black die. So now we're going to be attacking with 4 black and a red. Yeah, because 2 black from the weapon, 1 black from our Kratos, or our Titan sheet, and then 1 black from Death Follows, and then 1 red from our weapon. Put these on their good sides. All right. That is, all right, so we'll keep this. Keep that, I guess. Wait, do I want to keep that? So, all right, so if I take this and use both of these and that, we're at 5. I should probably keep this. That brings me up to 7 total. Then I'll use black on these 3. All right, one at a time here. 1. I don't think that's going to be enough. Okay. Ooh, okay, okay. That might be enough. That might be enough. All right, so we have, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 7 here. Then we have black on each of these. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15 from Paradox. And then we have +2 power from the VP3 at 16, 17. Boom! Hell yeah! That's enough! Fuck yeah! Oh, that's great. That is awesome. And the wound effect is just creating a VP? Okay, I'll take it. I still have to do the Atemporal, which will be a major, which is going to give me marked for death. That's fine. Yeah, it's a major trauma for her. That's totally okay. Hell yeah. All right, that's a double wound. That goes to, we'll just say that's at 1 for 11. You know what? No. This is worth putting the second die up for it. Bam, 11. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking right now because I'm so freaking cold. My hands are super pale right now too. Okay, well, let's resolve this. So create a VP, that doesn't do anything. Then we will take our BP pile, take out a 2, I think is the lowest, right? Yeah, 2 is still the lowest. 2 comes out, this is not going to matter because we're not going to be attacking it again. 3 goes in, shuffle up these 2. Oh shoot. 3, 2, 1. Okay, then this one goes on the bottom. Boom. Then the lowest comes out. There's still an AI2 in this. Okay, I just want to not get the ultimate, I think, on top. 3, 2, 1. Damn it. 3 times in a row I got the ultimate on top. Okay. I can deal with it. I don't know. I don't remember what the ultimate is. I'm just worried that it's just going to be some like kill 2 titans. All right, so these are going to come out. I really don't care what this is, what this pool looks like, but we're going to get break 2. Cumbersome, so that goes away. Then we're at 4 rage. We'll get 2 closing and a break. Wow, it's a terrible looking pool. 2 closing and a break. All right, these all come out. All right, then let's reposition 3. Go 1, 2, 3. And that will end her turn. Then everybody else, or everybody comes back with that. We just have to get through this primordial round and then we are good. Okay, so that's done. This comes off. Then start a primordial round. We need to do the, what's it called? Extinguish possibilities. So minor, we still have Moirai Edict. Major, we still have marked for death. Oh wait, sorry, marked for death we need to do from the Atemporal. So Shadow Dancer gets marked for death. Priority target is here. Then, so extinguish possibilities, we do need to check the major. This will get removed because it's a positive trauma. Then, oh shoot, where did I just put that? Okay. Then grave we will check. And it is death 1. Right. Which actually shouldn't hurt us for the rest of this fight. Okay. We will start off with Merciless Sun, which is probably going to end up killing Returner at least. So you will rotate down to this spot. Oh, actually, you know what? For the reposition, sorry, no information has changed here, or no important information. What Sun Descendant was centered here, so we could have repositioned 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, Shadow Dancer is using Returner as a shield for shade. So Returner will have to roll 3 dice. And we need a 10 or higher to evade. We get 110. We have 1 free reroll. So we can pay a fate. Might as well, I guess. To reroll both of these. That's still just 2 hits. We can gain a fate to block one of those, or 8 fate. So now we have to deal with 1 hit, which is going to be 3 danger and 1 fate. So we go up 1 fate again, and then 3 danger, but we have some armor dice. 3 danger is reduced to 1 danger. Okay, so that's going to bring up to 9 danger. That's going to be a grave trauma, which is going to be death 1. That goes there, goes there. We survived a grave trauma, so we get to lose a fate. Then Game Changers Time Anchor will get glaciated. That's the green one. And then Returner is going to get rewound, but she's already on her time anchor, so it doesn't affect her. Nice. I am amazed that she survived that Merciless Sun. So it'll go there. But now we have the real card, which is the AI3, the ultimate. I don't remember what this is. Supernova. Every non-elevated board space. Sun move and attack. All titans on non-elevated spaces are incinerated. Oh. So it's not even a roll. There's no... there's no... every non-elevated... Yeah, there's no shade. Okay. Well, there's the card. Returner doesn't have anything to protect against incinerated, I don't think. This is not a judgment either. So I think she's just going to die. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, she was going to die at the end of the battle anyway. Oh wait, Sun move first. So you Sun move. Then you die. Everybody else can gain a rage, not that it really matters, but for some reason I'm going to do it anyway. Then Shadow Dancer is, yeah, she's going to have to get incinerated as well. I think even if I met the danger criteria for Sun Guard, I don't think I'd actually want to use it for its effect. So Shadow Dancer will get incinerated, but she's going to use her prototype Trespass device. So this, when you die, lose 1 Titan from the Argo to come back to life at your time anchor. So I'm just going to lose a Dreamwalker Titan, I think. Where are we at? There we go. Titans, kill a Dreamwalker. Okay. We are now back to life on our time anchor there. Then we giant glaciate C3 to D4. 5 or more Argo Fate do not glaciate. We are at 4 Argo Fate. So C5, D4. C5, D4. Yeah, okay. Or, oh, sorry, C3 through D4. That makes more sense. All right, then that is resolved. I think we might be home free right now, because we're about to do the signature, which is going to target The Shadow Dancer, lowest danger in front. She's the only Titan in front, but she is going to advanced reflex to get here, and then Sun Descendant would either move north or east to attack her. Of course he's going to move east, because he's just going to blast the hell out of that iceberg. So that gets destroyed. And we're done. We will end the fight there. Hell yeah. All right, that's awesome. We actually got to 11 wounds. We got both the Atlantean Oscillator and the Daedalus's Flight. All right, let's see how good Daedalus's Flight is. I forgot to pause it as I'm walking over here to get these cards. I'm just going to talk through it. I will go over these really quickly, and then I have to... There's the Atlantean Oscillator. Then I really have to jump. I have to pause this. I don't know how I'm going to do this video because this battle took longer than I expected. So maybe this is just going to be a really long video, but I need to get to work. I need to do work things that aren't game related. Okay, here we go. Got both of these. Oh, all right, macro view. Here we go. Take a look at both of these cards. We have Atlantean Oscillator, which is a weapon attachment, and it allows you to gain 1 extra die for the purpose of gathering your power pool, ignoring any hits that exceed your weapon's normal die limit. So this just helps make it more likely that your weapon is going to hit. It would be really awesome for something like Shadow Cleaver, if not for the fact that in the case of Atlantean Oscillator on that, it's going to make it more likely that we're going to hit that crit miss effect as well. So even though Shadow Cleaver has terrible precision, I don't know that I want to use it on that because that crit miss effect sucks. And hitting that multiple times would be terrible. So Atlantean Oscillator is an awesome card because it's also not going to be subject to the, what is it called? Ascension rules. Daedalus's Flight is a 3-handed weapon, 1 die, +4 precision, 2 black and a white. It's unique. It has Hope 4. That's awesome. And then Cumbersome and Commit. Okay, that's better than I remembered. We'll probably find a use for that. We're just going to have a lot of cumbersome weapons that we're dealing with, which will be tough. But okay, I will take care of battle effects later. I am going to pause this video here, and I need to go to work. So I'll also figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of this video, if we're just going to go into an adventure, or if we're just going to call it here, but I will be back. All right, there is no damn way I am recording any more story on top of this video. I did the math correctly on the different parts that I've recorded to this video over the last couple of days. This took what, close to 3 hours or something like that. Holy shit. I mean, I know I spent some time up front doing the story recap, but literally the main meat of this video was the Sun Descendant fight. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the video naming. Maybe I'll just throw in, what do we call this video in the intro slide here? Yeah, maybe I'll just say story recap and Sun Descendant fight or something like that. Cause there was nothing about the main story card to those long dead. So false advertising, but I'm not going to go back and edit that, I don't think. So let's do a quick battle debrief, and then I'll just call the video there and start something new. And I have to say, this battle went incredibly well. I think a large part of it was luck. I mean, there were a lot of rolls where we just rolled really well. Hitting the rolls for the cannon shot to be able to lower the AT by 1 was a huge blessing. I think we hit on all but one of our climb tests that we wanted to do, and even the one that we missed ended up not really mattering. Positioning worked out really well. We were able to get behind icebergs for the laser attacks. We had a couple of really good pulls with the AI cards where we had the zone attacks that just didn't have any Titans in the zone, especially on that AI 1. Yeah, like the first AI that we had in the fight. I mean, I don't think you can start off with a better AI card. The spread that we had on Fate across Titans going into the Primordial round that would affect the Merciless Sun after final attack. It ended up working out really well in our favor, where we had flexibility in terms of what we were going to do, like who was going to get rewound, whose time anchor is going to get glaciated. Like I think in every case, I had options of choosing who was going to be affected by those things as opposed to being forced into a decision, which again, partially luck, partly like kind of controlled by Fate Converter. But again, some of it's just luck because of how we are, like how well we're rolling and when we need to do rerolls and how commit is playing into our attacks. So I'd be lying if I said that that was, fully planned out. But I think having something like Fate Converter does allow you to get a little bit of control over that. We got lucky that the only 2 Titans to actually die during the fight, one of them was going to die because of the crit miss on her weapon anyway. The other one we were able to bring back because we put the prototype Trespass device on the right one. And then the other 2 Titans just happened to get time clocked and be saved for a Primordial round. Maybe the main thing that I during the battle that I wish I had done differently was I kind of wish that I had put repurposed Cryptex on another Titan, because Truthbearer just never really benefited from the semi-sync ability on it, and we had situations where other Titans could have benefited more. Again, everything ended up working out well in our favor, like all things considered, but I think there were situations where maybe I could have ended a round earlier and only gone for Atlantean Oscillator had I put repurposed Cryptex on somebody else. At the same time, I don't remember how close all of our rolls were with Truthbearer, but I'm sure we had our butt saved at least once with having the extra precision bonus from repurposed Cryptex, because being able to have the precision bonus from both Necrotic Virus and repurposed Cryptex to cancel out the minus precision from Shadow Cleaver, like incredible for this fight. So maybe I would change that, but honestly, maybe not. Because if I move it to somebody else, then I am also likely to just get unlucky and wish that I had put it on Truthbearer, because I'd be like, oh, Truthbearer is one of my heavier hitting Titans. I should have the extra movement on them just in case. What else? We're able to see a lot of good value, excuse me, in the returner, like the strategy with the returner, to be able to, like, I think you can pretty reliably have the first round of the fight, have it in a way where 3 of your 4 Titans are behind shaded spaces. I think we'll get tools later. We will get to, I will say this definitively. We will get tools later that will allow us to be able to have all 4 Titans in shaded spaces or protect it in some other way. But until that point, taking the strategy of having the returner be the one Titan that's not in the shaded space, it lets them, they're most likely going to draw the Obol, and then with Cheat Fate, you're guaranteeing that they're going to survive that first Obol draw. You may not be setting them up well later in the fight, but that buys you time. It's better than any other Titan's going to do, because if another Titan gets to that Obol draw, like, they're going to die. Well, I guess there's a 25% chance to live if you start off with the you died on top and then you end up second chancing it to get the you live. But I mean, I'll take 100% chance over 25% chance. I wasn't sure if having this Sun Axe weapon on Shadow Dancer was going to be a worthwhile thing. But again, it ended up being a great thing for us. I don't think we ended up using Heartseeker from it. Maybe we did, actually. I don't remember. I haven't gone back to watch the previous parts yet. We did have to discard the shield in order to be able to switch to the Sun Spear side. But, I mean, this is a nice weapon. You start off with it on the one-handed side, and then we're able to switch to it afterwards, and we were able to get some nice tokens on it, and it bought us time until we were able to re-ready Paradox. Having at least one Titan with range was great. Having that Titan be the one to have motivate was extremely helpful. We actually got to make use of Runt of the Litter. This is probably one of the few times that I've actually used the level 3 ability on Runt of the Litter, probably because I just forget that it's there, or I'm never really set up well to get it. But being able to just get 2 rage at the start of the fight with Returner, who doesn't have the best Kratos table in terms of leaving tokens, but throw an extra 2 rage on there and suddenly not too bad. As long as there are at least some other break tokens and opening tokens in the pool already that she can use her pass. We got unlucky in the sense of we had some good positive traumas get removed, and we had a number of negative traumas sitting on top of the deck. At the same time, though, those negative traumas didn't really affect us all that much. Even the one where we got, I can't remember if we got muffled or sealed with Game Changer, but we were able to get rid of that without too much hassle. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I would change. I think this was a good strategy that we came in with. I think the way I set us up for that first Primordial round worked out really well. Again, a lot of luck on the BP and AI shuffles and draws. I think we started off the fight pretty well with getting, we were able to get all the BP1s wounded. We only missed power rolls on a few cards. That bonus attack that we had with the Truth Bearer, maybe that's a point where maybe that wasn't the right decision. Again, things worked out for us, but maybe it would have been better to not take that bonus attack and maybe make the fight a little bit more predictable. Keep a BP2 on top of the discard pile in case we wanted to wound that. But all right, I'm going to call the video there. That's all I got for you. I'll be starting the next video right after this, I think. But of course, I got to do a bunch of cleanup, and my dog is just sitting over there just staring at me like, you really going to keep talking this whole time? I love you, Levi. But I'm going to do the cleanup now, and then I will jump into the next video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Levi says thank you too. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.